Namaste to you all. I welcome you for this Expo Yoga Wellness Summit. In today's session, we will going to understand how to be well from the angle of practice of yoga. For this, we will take the practice of pranayama as an example. As explained in Yoga Sutras, pranayama is one of the 8 limbs of yoga practice. Today, I would like to introduce you to the topic of wellness from the angle of prana, life energy, and from the angle of Ishvara Pranidhana. This Ishvara Pranidhana may be a new term for most of you, but it is the basic term of the practice explained in Upanishads and Patanjali Yoga Sutra as well. So let's dive deep into this dimension of getting exposed to the practice. We start the session with the chant. Pranaschedam Vashe Sarvam Tridiveyat Pratistitam Mateva Putran Rakshasva Shriyascha Pragnanscha Videhi Nahiti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We will start the session which is practical oriented, but by understanding certain concepts which will lead you towards a proper practice. What is wellness? Wellness is defined in many dimensions. It's not only that I am not ill, that's why I am well. Wellness can be any dimension. Wellness from the angle of health, wellness from the angle of mind, financial wellness, social wellness, well placed in your job. Like this, wellness has a many dimension of expression. Without expanding in one dimension, it's difficult to find the expansion in the other dimension. or else you should know the presence of your self-expression in the totality itself. That comprehensive look towards the wellness gives a holistic approach to understand the concept of wellness. Suppose, even if you consider to be healthy, that is wellness, normally how people look towards wellness as a definition, we take that definition as an example. How I can be healthy? For this, we need to understand how the creation is functioning, which is not well in the creation, meaning which fails to align to the existence. What is wellness? Wellness is nothing but the existential expression is happening properly. You are born as human, you have a decoding process of your flowering in this creation. So the decoding process or flowering in this creation should happen as a manifestation process of the existence very naturally. If by chance, by any reason, if your flowering of the self or flowering of life, flowering of your expression, flowering of the body, flowering of the breath or flowering of the mind, whatever it may be, if it is not harmonized with the flowering of the existence, meaning with the flowering of what is, then it causes illness. So wellness means how you are aligning to the manifestation process of the existence. This process of aligning to the manifestation of the existence is explained under the topic Ishvara Pranidhana in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. What is Ishvara Pranidhana? First, basic understanding of this concept is an absolute necessary to the practice of yoga. Even in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, when the sage Patanjali opens the second chapter, the chapter of Sadhanapada or the practice, he opens with the sentence Tapa Swa Adhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani Kriya Yogaha. So Tapa Swa Adhyaya, suppose if you analyze these three terms, which is written many thousand years ago, Tapa Swadhyaya. Tapa means how, to what extent you are able to dive into it. Swadhyaya means the dive is not a blind or an illusion or an imagination. It's Swadhyaya, studying the self. Self means an infinite dimension of your expression. Constantly studying this. So the first two terminologies, Tapa Swadhyaya, refers to Ishvara Pranidhana, meaning a success of a practitioner depends on to what extent aligning to the Ishvara Pranidhana. That concept of aligning to Ishvara Pranidhana comes very naturally by having the required wisdom, because that alignment to the Ishvara Pranidhana is not possible by an ignorant person. So this possibility of this alignment, how it happens, how you have to practice, how you have to align to your day-to-day life activities, all these are explained in 8 limbs very fantastically in the Sadhana Pada of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So Ishvara Pranidhana, it is a term which I will going to show you. This is Ishvara Pranidhana, meaning Ishvara means the creation itself. Pranidhana means what it is bringing. In this creation, constantly an expression is there. Having this Ishvara Pranidhana in the forefront, I am behind. And I am allowing the functioning of the creation, but I am experiencing the functioning of the creation. There is no Ishvara Pranidhana, for example. I am in the front, somewhere it is in the back. Ego. So, I. You fall ill. Because Ishvara meaning the creation cannot be ill. Do you think creation at any moment can be ill? No chance. Because constantly, eternally, infinitely, it has to keep on functioning. So the moment your ego comes to the forefront, you lose the game of life. It's a question whether you are allowing the life to manifest or you are allowing your ego to manifest. If you allow the life to manifest, you are well. Because wellness is the basic expression of the creation. Illness is the basic expression of the ego. The more and more you are egoistic, more and more the Ishvara Pranidhana or the expression of the creation comes to the background, not to the forefront, then it will going to lead a state of life where you will have a lot of pain and suffering. That is why the path of wisdom is the path of wellness. Organizers of this festival have taken a very good topic of wellness. So we try to enter the depth of wellness from the angle of this creation. For this, we need to understand what is the core of the principal core of this wellness. Is nothing but life energy. What is life energy? What is life energy? If I ask this question to you, what answer you will tell? It's like asking who you are. If I ask you who you are, what answer? Any wrong answer can be given. If you tell your name, it's a right answer. If you tell your profession, it's a right answer. Like this, about you, you can tell many things. Your relationship, what you possess, your nationality. If I ask you who you are, you may tell, I am a Canadian, I am an Indian. Like this, depending on your geographical area, you can identify who you are. See the fantasticity of this expression of life. In the same way, what is life energy? I am trying to link your day-to-day activity to the life energy. Life energy means it is the expression of life. Expression of life means what? See, on one side, expression of life is there, on another side, expression of your ego is there. The more you align to the Ishvara Pranidhana, the more you align to the expression of the creation, automatically you are aligning to the expression of the life energy itself. Instead of it, if you end up aligning to the ego, not channelizing or respecting or being the happening itself or bringing your ego to the forefront, if you become opaque means an impediment for the expression of the life energy, then you will lose the game. We are all part of this creation. Once we born, we come up with our own life energy. At the same time, an abundance of life energy is around us. So as you cannot limit who you are the person who is present on this planet, you are the person who is present in this solar system, you are the person you are expressing your life in this galaxy. Like this, who you are is infinite. In the same way, your life energy expression is also infinite, provided if you are infinite. Your infiniteness is nothing but allowing the infiniteness to happen through you. Allowing the infiniteness to happen through you means respecting and unconditionally accepting the Ishvara Pranidhana dimension. Without accepting this, or in a way, there is nothing to accept, it exists. Whether you accept or not, the sun exists. Whether you accept or not, the moon exists. You exist, I exist. So the existence will not happen as per your acceptance or not. Just it exists. So the moment you begin to understand that, through that, the moment you begin to know, because understanding also comes out of a ego, like, oh, I understand. That is why Patanjali in his Yoga Sutra, he will not bring the term understanding. He brings Jnana Deepti. Jnana Deepti means the wisdom which shines from within. It's like expanding, flowering, the known. So once this process begins to happen in your life journey, you are in the line of practice of yoga. Or else you may read thousands of books, you may practice hours of posture, you may be trying to fight your thoughts by sitting in meditation, and nothing will bring you to the practice of yoga. Then automatically you will not be so well. Many times people may ask the question, so I practiced yoga for so long, still I have knee pain, still I have back pain, I cannot sit long, I cannot walk long, so if I bike, I have some pains in the body. Why all this happens, why you listen all these complaints, is not having the wisdom of aligning your practice from the dimension of Ishvara Pranidhana. So aligning to Ishvara Pranidhana, meaning aligning to expression of your life energy with the expression of the totality of the creation. This journey, how you will going to make, that decides the quality of your wellness in every possible dimension. Spiritual wellness, physical wellness, mental wellness, or if you wish to explore the outside world by having a materialistic wellness, every possibility happens through this. In the end, what we all has to understand is we manifest our own life. The way we are, the way it is. The way we are, if it is unconditional, the way it is, meaning what comes in front of us, that will also be unconditional. In this way, if you are able to harmonize your life expression to the expression of the existence, you will be perfectly well, always enjoying, celebrating, and exploring the life as it is, beyond the ego. So how we can achieve this? By practice of pranayama, that we will understand now. For this, we will take the example of Kapala Bhati. Kapala Bhati is a technique of pranayama where you will be just exhaling, exhaling, exhaling by giving the belly stroke. Exhaling is not a kind of just a mechanical exhaling. I will be giving a practical guidance to align the state of mind, state of body, state of breath, so that you are ready to exhale. First, I will introduce you to the alignment, what you have to experience to express the Kapalabhati in the dimension of Ishvara Pranidhana to align to the totality of life energy expression. Keep your back straight. Close your eyes. Pure presence. Pleasantness. In this life journey, I am making a journey most of the time to receive something. I want to receive money, I want to receive business, I want to receive a good position, I want to receive a relationship, I want to receive the sunlight, I want to receive the air. Always I want. This constant hunting. No. Life is not to become a hunter. Life to live. Life is not at all about what I get, what I have to get. No. Life is about embracing the happening. To embrace this happening, I am aligning to the happening without turning the mode of my ego, without bringing the expression of my ego to constantly to receive, to get, to fulfill my desire, to fulfill my expectations. I am stopping this mode, this toxic way of trying to live life through constant hunting or accumulation or seeking. I stop. I allow the dimension of Ishvara Pranidhana, meaning I allow the happening of life. This I will indicate by not hesitating to lose something. Not hesitating to lose something means if I get, it's fine. If I don't get, that is also fine. I am stopping the struggle. The struggle meaning the gap between a happening and my expectation. To bring this easiness, I don't hold on to anything, just I release out, I express out, I bring all out of my expression just to align to the expression, not to the receiving mode. This dimension I will achieve by giving the strokes in the belly so that I will just express. So this dimension of breathing I will show you. You can slowly open your eyes. Then Under the background of the guidance what I gave, we can enter immediately the dimension. Then we can practice the dimension of practice of Kapalabhati, the technique name, in the angle of Ishvara Pranidhana explained by Patanjali, to align to the dimension of life energy which is constantly, eternally manifesting in this creation. In this practice, as I told earlier, it is a constant exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. It is practiced by closing the eyes, both the hands in Chin Mudra, and your belly will be just giving the stroke. Like this, by giving the stroke, you are exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. What is the importance of this practice of pranayama is, you are giving the strokes at the belly, meaning at the point of your solar plexus. Solar plexus is one of the main life energy center. That life energy center has to align to the life energy center of the existence. That life energy center should not end up squeezed up to your ego representation in the creation. We are here to represent the creation. We are not here to represent our holdings, our frustrations, our conditionings, our limitations, our definitions, our borders, our own imaginations, illusions. It's not at all about that. As long as you are trying to survive in this kleshas, the suffering will never going to end. You will never be able to achieve the perfect state of wellness. To well means to be well, meaning it is the wellness what you represent. So wellness, where you are trying to find wellness. See, normally we can see the people, oh, I want to be well, I eat good food. Good food means, like some people want to be vegetarian, even some people don't want to consume any animal products. Some people want to eat only raw food. So like this, they turn to tune to nature. See, physically you may be trying to tune into nature. So, but nature is not only the physicality what you eat. To be well means that tuning should happen from core to the top. At the core, if your mind is not aligned, if your life energy expression is not aligned to the happening, only physical alignment by eating some selected food may appear to bring some wellness, but it is not to the deep. It is only at the superficial level. If you wish to have a deep level of wellness, you need to be well at physical, you need to be well at breath, you need to be well at mind, you need to be well at wisdom, you need to be well at soul. When it comes to the wisdom, the wellness, definition of wellness means, it's like they are already well and they are infinite, your wisdom and soul, but your mind, breath and body should give the space for the manifestation of that wellness. So as you go to the nature to align for the wellness, to eat organic food, to eat natural food, how it brings the wellness at the physical dimension, in the same way to live the creation life, to live the natural life. To live the natural life means the life of what comes out of the union of consciousness and nature. That alignment, that wellness, once you are able to express, then your depth of your wellness can be any dimension. Even it can go to the dimension of your ability to manifest the life which is perfectly well in all areas. Towards this dimension, towards the depth, towards this deepness of wellness, I am introducing you in this session. When you are expressing the strokes of Kapalabhati, it is constant exhale, 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 exhale. You don't worry about the inhalation. You don't worry about the intake. Let the creation provide what it wants. Just absolute surrenderness, absolute oneness, absolute dimension of Ishvara Pranidhana. Shall we go for the practice? Keep your back straight. Close your eyes. Body is relaxed. Align your body relaxation to the whole physical dimension relaxation. What I mean by the whole physical dimension relaxation is whatever the experience any physical dimension is giving, any matter is giving in this creation, be ease with it. You may like it or not, that is a different issue. It's not like everything you have to like. No. You like, you don't like, that is perfectly fine. But don't squeeze your self-expression. Don't orient your self-expression on the basis of happening of your likes and dislikes. Let the happening happen. Let the Ishvara Pranidhana flourish. Let the creation manifest. Dive it into it, embrace it, express it. Being that itself. In this dimension, to enter, the cleansing process is very important. For lives of lives, meaning if you are present in this planet at this moment means you are the product of millions of lives' journey. After making such a long life journey where constantly you went on seeking, constantly you went on depending on what I get, constantly always calculating, transacting, transaction basis life. No, life is not to transact. It's not a transactional life. It's a live with whom you are transacting. Bringing this core dimension to your self-expression, just ready to throw out every possible holding. Totally relaxed. Go on giving the stroke to the belly just to exhale, exhale, exhale. Start the practice of Kapalabhati. For exhalation, I will indicate with the sound hum. If you hear the sound hum, you should exhale. Hum, 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 hum. Exhale, 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 hum, 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 hum. Keep your eyes closed. Total surrenderness. Totally in the dimension of Ishvara Pranidhana. Total silence. the silence which is rich with everything in it. In your silence, you are not bringing any of your program, that is silence. Silence means allowing the program of the creation. You are silent to your ego program. You are totally open to existential program. Existence is always silence. Do you hear any noise in the existence? Even it creates the mountains, it brings the oceans, it creates the stars. It's not making any noise. Meaning, what is noise? Noise is not only the sound what you hear, it's about the effort. Do you see any effort in the creation? Is always effortless. The consciousness is bringing such a magnificent, such a total, such a beautiful, such an infinite nature, effortless. And every moment it's creating. In the same way, stop every form of effort, start allowing the creation to happen. Through practice of Kapalabhati, you have continuously exhaled, exhaled, exhaled. Emptiness which is full of happening. The happening of the creation itself. What we call in Sanskrit as shunya, meaning the totality. One more time, we will practice the Kapalabhati. Keep your eyes closed, back is straight. Don't desperately looking to get something. Even don't desperately look or try to hear what I am saying, what he may say next. No. Whatever comes out of me, be okay with it. Start your Ishvara Pranidhana from this session itself, from this word what I am speaking, from this moment what you are living. Start the journey of letting the happening. For letting the happening, you should let go your holdings. You should let go your belly to move freely. You should let go the solar plexus to manifest as it has capacity, which is infinite. Let go the ego. Let go the holding. Let go the condition. Let go the limitation. Let go the border. Let go the concepts, theories, imaginations. Take out all your mind games. Bring out the creation. bring out the true manifestation, bring out the genuine humanity in you, bring out the divinity of life, the life energy expression. Let it come out. Start the belly stroke. Keep your eyes closed, body relaxed. Hum, 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 hum. Don't put effort on breathing. If you feel to breathe, breathe. If you don't feel to breathe, don't breathe. Ishvara Pranidhana, even at the breath level. No effort. Just align to the happening. If you feel to breathe deep now, breathe. If you want to have a short exhalation, have it. If you naturally, that wanting should be natural, meaning it's not your want. It's existential happening. For next 3 minutes, after this practice of Kapalabhati, allow the breath to happen as it is happening. Normally, after the practice of Kapalabhati, you will feel not to breathe. If it is true Kapalabhati, meaning many times people do many mistakes in the practice of Kapalabhati. I will come to you about this a few minutes later. Now, in these last 2.5 minutes of this practice, be with the nature at the breath level. Be with the creation at the happening level. Be with what is at the conscious level. Physically, no pain, no holdings, very comfort, indicating physically being with the physical world. Your presence at the physical level, relaxed, easy. At the breath level, relaxed and easy. Relaxing and being easy is the secret of wellness. Effortless is the secret of wellness. Your effort brings you sickness. Effortlessness doesn't mean actionlessness. No. You do any action, be effortless. There is no effort in this creation other than in your mind. Once you begin to enjoy, once you begin to relax, once you are doing anything with love, affection, you are embracing it, there is no effort. be that effortless with the breath. Even the breathing stops, don't worry, nothing will happen. The program of yoga is nothing but the program of life to happen, replacing the limited ego expression. Allow the life to happen. When I will be instructing you to open your eyes, don't open your eyes to see something. Open your eyes to express the creation itself. Not a hunting eyes, not a eyes which represents a want, not an eye which is seeking, running behind a desire, not an eye which is suffering through fear, fear of past, fear of future. Have an eye which represents the creation itself. Slowly open your eyes. Through your eyes, the whole creation is getting expressed. Once you align to creation, automatically, very naturally, your body life energy gets aligned to prana, meaning the life energy expression in the creation. That is a perfect way to be well. Wellness comes by easiness. Unfortunately, many times people think wellness comes by effort. That wellness is very limited. People go to gymnasium, they lift the weight, and they try to do many things. They think they can be well by gaining something, by doing something. No. Wellness is the program what you have to align within your own self. Wellness is a flower which is everywhere. Wellness is the seed. Wellness is a very natural expression of this creation because this creation has to be well. It has to go on creating, creating, creating. Even after some billions of years, even if our planet gets destroyed, it's not the end of the creation. Every moment, millions of planets are created. That creation is absolutely, perfectly well all the time. Be the creation, be well all the time, Ishvara Pranidhana, style of life. Lifestyle should be Ishvara Pranidhana. I hope you are all understanding the dimension, the depth, what I am trying to bring to your practice. We will go for one more practice, which is called as Anuloma Viloma in Sanskrit, or alternative nostril breathing in English. See, here the concept is from another angle to the alignment to the Ishvara Pranidhana. In the Kapalabhati, we understood just by throwing out all the holdings, any restrictions, any kind of imprints, what we constantly collect by seeking, by wanting, by suffering, by putting the effort. So this constant way of chasing something, you stop it. Just throw out everything out. This is one way of aligning to Ishvara Pranidhana dimension, what Patanjali explains in his Yoga Sutra. So now we will understand through another practice of pranayama, which is alternative nostril breathing, from another angle. Now we will consider the angle of alignment. So angle of alignment means, as you all know, for a creation to happen, a plus and minus has to unite. The union of consciousness and nature brings the creation. That union goes on and on and on at different levels. At the individual level of a person, the right and left has to unite. In Sanskrit, Ida and Pingala has to unite. The healthy way of union of Ida and Pingala brings out the Sushumna, brings out the neutrality. What we all have to understand is the wellness of life, the healthiness of life, the richness of life, the pleasure of life is in neutrality. When a male unites with a female, that neutrality brings the pleasure. When a consciousness unites with the nature, that neutrality brings the creation. When Ida and Pingala unites, that neutrality brings the life. And while having this union, see, yoga means union. As long as the contributing factors for the neutrality is not lost, neutrality goes on getting produced. See, it's a very fantastic concept if you understand. See, how the neutrality comes? Neutrality comes by the union of plus and minus. They are the supplements, they are the units which brings the neutrality. So even the plus goes out of the system. For minus, there is no supplement called plus to bring the neutrality. The plus also should be strong, the minus also should be strong. So the both should contribute to bring the neutrality. See, basically this should be the principle even when you practice tantra, even when you practice any kind of alternative nostril breathings, even when you practice any kind of expression in your life. Because you and the other, that brings a neutral. Neutrality means an experiential field is created. you have to add up yourself with the creation. Then the life happens. See, if you are not there, to that extent there is no life. Even for the creation, it misses you. That is why creation every times brings you again and again and again, because life has to happen for the creation. That's how the program is made. I and you has to have an eternal way of living. That's why come out of all fears. Nothing ends here. Anything ends? No. Everything changes and goes on eternally. So that is why have a life of braveness, have a life of contentment, have a life of happiness, have a life of completeness. Because the moment you begin to put any kind of effort, effort means what? There is a plus, there is a minus, you are not allowing the union of it. Then that mismatch, you want to make it as an effort and match. Meaning, for example, you are in a situation. Your consciousness is present in a situation of life called nature. So your consciousness, your awareness has to perfectly match with the nature. What is there and who you are should not be any difference. Instead of that, the moment you weigh your expectations as more, meaning as per my expectation, it has to happen, then you are not uniting. Your consciousness, your awareness is not uniting with the nature. Struggle, effort starts. So then that leads to a dissipation of energy, dissipation of plus or minus. That's why containing that energy is very important. Plus should be strong as plus, minus should be strong as minus, and plus has to contribute to the maximum extent possible, minus has to contribute to the maximum extent possible, then maximum extent possible neutrality is expressed where actual life happens. So this dimension of expression is possible through alternative nostril practice. While practicing this, the left hand is kept in Chin Mudra. In the right hand, first two fingers are folded. You will use your thumb finger to close the right nostril. You will use your ring finger to close the left nostril. I think you got my point. Keep the normal breathing. Let the breath happen through the nostril, inhalation process. Be just witness to that. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left. Exhale through right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close the left. Release the right. Exhale through right. Inhale right. Close the right. Exhale through left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Continue. Keep your eyes closed. Continue the practice. While inhaling and exhaling through right and left, let it happen effortless. As long as you feel to inhale, inhale. As long as you feel to exhale, exhale. What are the weak points or strong points are there in the right and left? Let them express naturally. Let them align naturally. This alignment of right to right, left to left brings a totality of the alignment perfectly, creating the neutrality called life. Neutrality of life means if you have consciousness, it's not enough. You need to have nature around you. The consciousness has to experience the nature, and the nature and consciousness brings the neutrality field called life. That's why Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Patanjali opens the Yoga Sutra with Atha Yoga Anushasanam. This means this is the way to create the union and to bring the neutrality, meaning to bring the Ishvara Pranidhana in practice, in experience, in expression. Ishvara Pranidhana meaning the union of consciousness as consciousness, nature as nature, and to understand the potentiality of consciousness and to understand the potentiality of the nature and to allowing them at their peak to create the program called life. Let's explore this dimension of alternative nostril breathing. Body is not a limit. Mind is not a border. Don't create any border to you. Who you are is eternal and infinite. That eternal and infinite dimension of plus, that eternal and infinite dimension of minus, aligning to the eternal and infinite dimension of consciousness, aligning to the eternal and infinite dimension of the nature, and creating the life which is very powerful, which is effortless, which is in celebration, which is very easy. That depth you have to build to your right and left. Keep breathing alternative nostril. It's not only the right, it's not only the left, valuing the both. It's not only the nature, it's not only the consciousness. It's not only the you or it's not only the other. It's a totality, it's a non-duality, it's the oneness, it's the love, it's the peace, it's the celebration, it's the union, it is the Atha Yoga Anushasanam, it is the Ishvara Pranidhana, it is the Tapa Swa Adhyaya Ishvara Pranidhana Ni Kriya Yogaha. It's the dimension of your tapa. It's the dimension of your self-analysis. Swa Adhyaya is the dimension of ultimately to manifest the Ishvara Pranidhana. Then your wellness is a very easy thing. Your wellness happens effortless. No need to struggle. That wellness of manifold, that wellness of all dimension possible, that wellness of the totality, that wellness of the infinite dimension, that wellness of the possibility of a human. Breathe to that dimension. Plus is in minus, minus is in plus. Very deeply. The more and more and more you keep on breathing alternatively, plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, indicating the neutrality is establishing from the core center to the unit level at the periphery. The plus itself becomes minus, minus itself becomes plus. At that moment itself, the life energy is created. That's how the creation is functioning. Even in the quantum physics nowadays, in the research, the scientists are finding the same thing. The quantum particle, it collapses into a reality due to the observer. At that moment itself, there is no gap. The moment you observe, it collapses into reality. A reality is created. In the same way, your wellness is created. Let the wellness be created. How wellness can be created? Allow the right to become left and left to become right at that moment itself. Then the neutrality, the union, what is created, it is from core to the periphery, from the conscious level to the nature level, to the physical level. To that depth, practice the alternative nostril breathing. You have to dissolve whatever the border the body is creating by practice of regular posture. We have to practice posture to dissolve the border of the body. It is not to create some like unwanted stretch or just to create some circus. It's not a show off. The body is stretched, of course. The body is aligned, the body is balanced, the body is expressed to create an infinite expansion which is indicated in your stillness. In your stillness, you are effortless. In your stillness, you are borderless. In your stillness, you are infinite. In your stillness, you are free. Your stillness is a stillness having the completeness. That is your wellness. If you are well, you are still. If you are not well, you move. Take this line. Remember this in your life. The more you can be still, the more you can be well. The perfect wellness is possible by perfect stillness. Be that stillness a stillness of completeness, the stillness of totality expression, the stillness of perfect awareness. Bring that wellness of the core, the stillness coming out of the union of conscious and nature, union of plus and minus. Be that depth of expression. Keep on breathing. Complete the cycle by exhaling through the left nostril. Keep your eyes closed. When you feel to open your eyes, you can open your eyes. I thank you all and the organizers of this festival, Expo Yoga, the Wellness Summit. And also I thank this creation for the happening of this. I wish you all a wellness-filled, stillness-filled, complete expressional journey. Wish to meet you all again at some point of this eternal journey. Thank you all the best, happy time.